Hi, so this is how to reset Internet Explorer back. If you have any issues with Internet Explorer, crashing and freezing with every website every time you try to open it, this is steps how to do that. Usually we get a message like this, where Internet Explorer has stopped working. You may see even at the top, and again I can't replicate this because I can't make my Internet Explorer go bad. You may say something about not responding, and it's very frustrating. So what you want to do is at the top, you'll see this little gear here. You click on that gear and go down to Internet Options. Click on Internet Options. This box will appear. Okay, so you have all these tabs at the top. Okay, so browsing history. So again, also the same thing from one of the later tabs on how to delete your passwords out of here. This is the same step. So you want to go into delete. When you hit that button, it's not going to do anything. Okay. So the first time I ever delete something, I don't want to delete everything because I have a lot of stuff saved in here. So I like to preserve my favorites website data. Usually doing this will help your problem. If it doesn't, then you'll have to do this again, but leave that unchecked. But for now, we're just going to leave it checked. So download history, form data. This is where, like when I type in Internet Explorer, it already knows my address or name or the username I've used. It puts that in there for me. So again, I don't want to delete that. Passwords, again, if you're doing this because your password will not let you in and it is the right one, then this is where you want to check that and that. But for now, we're just going to delete it all. So I hit the delete button. It'll kind of spin through, as you can see. And then at the bottom of the page, it will appear a box that says Internet Explorer has finished deleting the selected browsing history. Okay, so then you want to hit an X there. Okay, and then you just hit apply, and then okay, and the box goes away. So the next thing we want to do, and that's how you just clear it out, and that's the first step I would take if something was freezing, because that usually fixes it. So you can see this a little better now. Internet Explorer has finished deleting the selected browsing history. So then you clear out of that. So if that doesn't work, and then you go into the same setting, and you uncheck this and delete all this, and it's still crashing. Okay, I'm not going to do it because I don't want to reset everything. Then your next step is to reset Internet Explorer back to factory defaults, kind of like it was brand new right out of the box. Okay, so you would click, same thing, Internet Options, back up here with my gear, all the way down to the bottom. Well, let me click on it because it's already open, and you click on Advanced. So then under Advanced, you have all these settings that you can change. Okay, and a lot of people will get in here and they'll change settings and then they don't remember what they did to fix it. Okay, you can always restore any of these settings in here, but that's not what we're here to talk about. So this is resetting Internet Explorer setting. This resets Internet Explorer to your default condition. You should only use this if your browser is in an unstable state. So if you hit that reset button, it's not going to do anything. Are you sure? Look at all this stuff it's going to erase. Okay. Now, home pages, search providers, anything else that you wanted to delete, you can delete here, okay, if you click that delete button and then hit reset, okay? I don't want to do that, okay? So then it says you must restart your computer for these changes to take effect. So after you do all this, you have to restart your computer, otherwise it's just as if before you did it. So you hit the reset button. It'll pop up this little message. You hit close, and then it'll pop down the message. You need to restart your computer for the changes to take effect. Okay? So if for some reason you can't get up to this little gear button, and that happens sometimes, the browser is such an unstable state that you're not able to do that, your next step is to try to go into to your control panel and do it. So if you go to your start menu, and then you go into this little gear called Settings. Okay, Windows Settings. So you can type in Internet Options, and this is for Windows 10. You can click on it here. If you have an older version of Windows, you can go into the control panel and get the same thing. It will pop open the same box. And sometimes your browser is that unstable. It's nothing you did. Maybe a software you're running conflicts with it. Maybe a program that you're running conflicts on it. It's hard to tell.